Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm here to review the movie All the President's Men. This movie tells a story of the Watergate scandal involving the administration of Richard Nixon. This film highlights one of the biggest political scandals in that century, or in that historical kind of show, which shows how poor communication and investigative journalism exposed the wrongdoings of a particular government, and that was the government of Richard Nixon.
So I'll cover the topic of how the crisis began and how the crisis got developed. At first, the crisis started at a small break-in in 1972, and people discovered that the crisis was included in politics.
And now when we look at the role of media in this scandal, you find that these journalists from the Washington Post did a lot of work. These two journalists, Carl and Bob, they showed professionalism, courage and determination, whereby they had to hide the eyewitnesses or the sources. They hid them. They did not accept to tell them out to the public, and that one was their determination. Then secondly, they followed the story deep, getting all the details of the story. Carl and Bob did that. And then they made sure that the government was exposed, and that one showed the role of showed the importance of free press, not like these days where a press is not free. So that was the role of media. They exposed.
Let's now look at the communication mistakes that were made by the administrator of Nixon. There was lack of transparency, where officials denied involvement instead of telling the truth. There was cover-ups, attempts to hide evidence made the situation worse. There was delayed response. The administration failed to address the issue early. There was loss of credibility, where repeated lies damaged.
Better communication strategies that the government would have used to avoid the scandal. The first one is transparency. The government would have been transparent to the public. They would have explained everything and told the people what is happening. The next one is discipline. The government would have disciplined those who were involved in the scandal. For example, always in the family, you see when a child does wrong, the parents have to discipline the child. So the government would have disciplined, maybe would have imprisoned those people or chased them away. And the last one is engaging the media. The government would have engaged the media and informed them about everything, because always the media, when you keep things secret from them, they will investigate and know and expose, and that is what happened.
Now when you look at the personal evaluation and the lessons that you can learn from this Watergate scandal, all the President's Men, this movie of all the President's Men, we get to know that this movie or this scandal, it's educational. It educates and it informs people. Now when you see the lessons, we get to know that honesty should always be there. You should be honest. And again, cover-ups, as the media practitioners or PRs of tomorrow, we should get to know that cover-ups will expand or will worsen the situation. Then again, we should get to know that media plays a very, very important role of being watchdogs. Media. And then also, delayed communication always affects. Whenever something happens, don't delay to communicate. In conclusion, all the President's Men, this movie, in that Watergate scandal, we will get to know that poor communication and lack of accountability can destroy even the most powerful leadership in the world.